The next 4 minutes will be about Keir Starmer, who's off on a tour again around the world, and he's been playing football.
Never hear Keir.
Which came first?
Here we go, here we go, here we go. That's the headlines.
Yeah.
You got Keir Starmer, Sir Keir Starmer, and his defence strategy. First thing first, cover the crown jewels. So he's covered his crown jewels, playing for his North London side. I'm not sure if that's Dirty Spurs,
Arsenal,
or Lias.
That must be a security nightmare.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess it is, but I'm guessing they're used to it now. But I'm looking at him, he's got to be a clogger out, Harris, isn't he?
Yeah.
I know I could run rings around him. Boom, boom. Wasted a new lot. But I'm looking at him thinking, what position would you want him? Right back in the changing rooms?
Yeah. The blandest, most ineffectual position on a football pitch?
Well, it used to be the fullbacks, didn't it? But now there's sort of dynamic wing-backs up and down, up and down. But right back, left back used to be the sort of positions where, you know, you're not the best, you just clog.
Yeah.
But, and he looks like a clogger.
He does.
I think I could take him on, though.
Yeah, no, I think I could, even in his shoes.
He's a heck of an age, isn't he? 63 or so to be playing that.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Because we were in our 60s, but playing football at 60.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to give him his due if he can really play football.
Okay, so what's he in Norway for, and do we care?
No. Next question. He's in Norway to do something about growth and green energy. So he's on a world tour, basically, isn't he? I mean, Norway's just the latest leg of this world tour to save the planet.
And meanwhile, his approval ratings are, well, among the worst in modern history, according to the Mail.
Yeah, this is an Ipsos poll that they've done. Well, I don't know if they've done it, but it's an Ipsos poll. And he is the lowest approval rating in modern history at this stage of his premiership after 5 months. A whopping 6 in 10 people said they were dissatisfied, that's putting it politely, with the Prime Minister's record, including more than a third, nearly 40% actually, of Labour voters.
Yeah.
It's just,
because he's affected a lot of Labour voters with the heating bills and
farming, I suppose.
Farming is not a popular policy either. And actually, everything they haven't seemed to have done anything that seems to be very popular.
But I think trust is key. I think he just lost trust. You just know that whenever he says something come out of his mouth, you know he's telling porkies, and you know you can't trust a word that he's saying. He seems to be a bit of an automaton. So it's even as if someone has programmed him to say what he's got to say. He deflects any questions and then says it again. You know, it's just, there's no humanity in the chap at all.
They even managed to, I mean, a Labour Party upsetting the unions. Even after you bung them a huge inflation-busting pay rise, the unions still aren't happy, mostly over the winter fuel payment for pensioners.
It does beg the question, you know, whether Wes Streeting is the next leader of Labour in waiting. He seems to be the only one capable of generating any headlines that are remotely positive for Labour.
He talks sense. And you know, the other thing
he's dynamic. He actually responds to interview. He's a delight, isn't he? Because he answers your question. And he seems to think on the spot. Whereas all the others pretty much take leadership from the top. It's just off the crib sheet. You know, don't go off the script. And it's not engaging.
No, it's not. I mean, who do you think, though? This is... Starmer's got a popularity rating of -34. And this is the recent Prime Ministers, going back to Margaret Thatcher. Who do you think was the most popular one?
Thatcher.
No, actually, it's not. It's Tony Blair, who had a popularity rating of 57. Who came second, though? But you can't guess this one. No?
No.
John Major.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thatcher had an approval rating of -3. According to us.
Not too bad compared to -34 for old Starmer.
For Starmer, yes, indeed.
Have we got time to talk about Santa Paws? No, we've got 5 seconds. We're going to save that for next hour, which sounds like my kind of story. The Hyde Park sausage dog walk. More on that a little bit later. It is Jonathan Vautry.
Chris and Dawn have got the papers and the stories that are jumping out, and the winter fuel payments still making headlines, Chris.
Yeah, so in the Daily Express, 750,000 elderly people facing being left in the cold. And actually, what I'd like to say with this one, this is a Daily Express actually doing a public service, in as much as they're saying to the pensioners that if you don't get yourself your winter fuel allowance, So if you don't go online and get your pension credit sorted out by Saturday, you will fall foul of this new legislation.
Well, if you start now, you might get it done by Saturday.
Exactly.
It takes about 6 days to fill in the form. You tried, didn't you?
I did try, yeah.
How many pages?
247 questions, 48 pages.
You're not serious.
Yeah. No, I am serious. I'm deadly serious. I actually downloaded the form and had to go at filling it in for my mum. Not that she needs it, by the way. I'm looking after her. But I had to go at filling it, and I got halfway through before I lost the will to live.
Yeah.
Which I think is the point. They want you to lose the will to live.
Yeah, well, and it doesn't need to be like that, because I went to the government website to do something about stocking up for a company, and actually Company's House have got a very simple form, and within 15 minutes I struck off a company. So it can be done.
Yeah, of course it can.
So if the government really wants to allow these people access their credit.
These are vulnerable people who are not good with computers, who are stressed because, they're talking about anyone with assets over 11,000 is not eligible for pension.
It's ridiculous. I mean, you need to be on a pittance, so it's like less than 200.
218 quid a week.
Yeah, that's for everything, to pay for everything, your food, your heating, your absolutely everything. And even if you do fill it in now, there's a backlog in civil servants processing it, so you're not going to get any money through until spring. When
so the government need to defer this date,
frozen
basically.
to death,
Dawn, where do you stand on bullying and attempts within Parliament to have anti-bullying training implemented?
Get it correct, Mr. Holmes. This is behaviour code awareness training. Basically, it's we are paying for MPs to learn how to be nice to one another, no bullying or harassment, and new returning MPs are invited to attend these seminars, teaching them how to be nice people and not be bullies to one another. And there are 5 MPs who are refusing, quite rightly in my opinion, to do this ridiculous thing. One of them is Nigel Farage. Bullying has been a problem. I'm not downplaying bullying, but I mean, seriously, if you need lectures and seminars on how to not bully people, I mean...
Well, that would be PM question time over and done with, wouldn't it?
Well, exactly.
Because over that dispatch box, the way they talk to each other... It's
Stop shouting at me. Yeah, I mean...
not edifying in any way, shape or form.
You see, this is very strange. I would have initially your view on that, but I sit on a board and we had to undergo sexual behaviour, an appropriate sexual behaviour course. We trained in this, and you said, oh, who the heck, who needs this? What's this all about? And then you realise that there are obviously a lot of people who do need it, and because you think the way you think and you're relatively enlightened about these things, it's not to say that everybody is.
And I get the thing, there's a generation thing as well. I mean, you can make a joke to me as a woman now of a certain age, but you probably couldn't say it to someone in their 20s because we have the same sort of like cultural background and we understand the stuff that went on in the 70s, 80s, and we'll have a giggle about it, but someone in their 20s might think, oh my God, that's so offensive. So, yeah, maybe it's needed then, but I'm sorry.
Can we squeeze in the story about Santa Paws, because I teased it last hour?
It's
in the Daily Star, your paper of choice.
Well, only because it's a bit of fun and it's grim at the moment. This is Christmas doggies. It's the Dachshund, is that how you say it?
Dachshund, yeah.
Yeah, annual Hyde Park Sausage Walk was over the weekend, and they've all dressed their little dogs up, sausage dogs, in Santa outfits, and they all look very cute. Can you see it?
This is a dog that's come back in vogue, isn't it? It is quite a beautiful dog now.
It's lovely.
I mean, it went out of fashion for a very long time.
I always feel sorry for them. I always think they must want longer legs.
Well, they can't jump up, can they, or anything, or sit up properly.
Especially when it's wet. And if you're going through snow, that's not fun.
And my dog is a cross between a Dachshund and a Border Collie.
Oh, my
Think
gosh.
on that one.